Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Elvinord Vertis. Today, I'm going to show you how to size your solar system for your home in the simplest way possible. No complicated math. I will break it down step by step for you in the simplest way that I can. By the end of this video, you will know how to size your system, how many modules you need, and how to estimate your perfect setup. Why does proper sizing matters? This is to avoid overload, to save money, and to have enough power supply. As we all know, today electricity bills skyrocketed. Most people buy solar modules without calculating their real needs. They have visits from many companies, but they don't know for sure what they really need. And then they wonder why the power can't run everything. When you size correctly, you get enough power for your home. You have a lower electricity bill. You have a reliable system during outage. And you save money by buying only what you need. You don't let people tell you what they have to sell, but because you know what you need. If you are in a country or city like Chicago, for example, you have electricity every day. And most likely ComEd, Ameren, or some other company will be sending you your electricity bill. Some of us don't even know how to read that. Today, let me make it simple. For example, if you look at this graph, let's look at the bottom first. You see all these bars. One says January, February, March, and there's a blue one that says December. On top of December, you will see 354, which means 354 kilowatt hours for the month. If you look at on your right hand side, you will see one thing that says 9.6. And on top of it, there is one thing that says 11.8. Let us try to understand this chart together. The 9.6 is for last month, which is November. The 11.8 is for December. Let us go back in the second line where it says November. We look at 278 kilowatt hours, and let us say that November has more likely 30 days. If we divide 278 kilowatt hours by 30, it would give us 9.2 kilowatt hours per day. I don't know why ComEd put 9.6 kilowatt hours per day for me, but the math says 9.2. Well, I know why. It's because sometimes my kids have the gadgets, the telephone, the game, the this and that. As you can see for December, they are more home. You see the kilowatt hours that they use per day is 11.8. Let us look at the blue where it says 354 kilowatt hours per day. If you look at this, we take 354 kilowatt hours per day divided by 30 days in the month. It gives us 11.8 kilowatt hours. That was right here. So that's how you read how many kilowatt hours you burn per day. And ComEd did you a favor by doing the math for you every month. It's up to you to know how to read it. And that's my job, to teach you how to read it. Let's go a little further. A lot of people keep saying 400-watt panel. And we know that a 400-watt panel would be more likely 2 kilowatt hours per day, depending on the day. If you are in a area like Chicago that gives you 5 peak sun hours per day. Peak sun hours per day, that means if all your modules or panels face south directly, how many of those 12 hours during the day that fix directly on your modules to give you a good amount of energy for the day? They call it peak sun hours, but that's another video. We can make another video to explain to you what that is. Let us go a little bit further to explain to you the difference between modules and panels. If you look at this big thing here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if we look at the long side, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6 by 12, that's 72 cells. When we say cells, we say panels. When we say all together, we say module. So a lot of people say module, but they mean, a lot of people say panels, but they, in reality, they mean module. Because the panel is one of those little cells. Okay, now we clear what's a module, what's a panel. So let us say that the number of modules that we would need would equal the daily kilowatt hour that we burn divided by 2 kilowatt hours if we choose only a 400 watt module. For example, 11.8 kilowatt hour per day that I burn divided by 2 kilowatt hours would equal 6 modules. I would need 6 modules to make a system that 6 modules of 400 watt to make a system that produce 11.8 kilowatt hours for me. So if I have 6 modules, which is here, I multiply it by 400 watt, that would mean 2,400 watt system. But most people will say kilowatt hour energy, like ComEd or Ameren. Then we cannot be talking in watt when the company that's providing for us, they talk in kilowatt. We have to always convert our system into kilowatt. In all the factor that we need to take into account before we convert into kilowatt, we would have to say, oh, my kids are coming home in every afternoon from school, or they come home in December. We need to add 30% more for them to burn. I would say 2,400 watt, which is W, multiplied by 30%, that would be 720 watt more that I need. I would add that 720 watt to my 2,400 watt. That would equal 3,120 20 watt system size. If I convert it into kilowatt, because 1 kilowatt equal 1000 watt, which is 3 zeros, you would need to add a dot in between 0 to 1 right here, which is 3.12 kilowatt. So, energy per day. That's another thing. That was a size of 3.12 kilowatt. But how many hours are you sitting at home burning electricity? You know that your fridge burn different amount than your TV, different amount than your phone, different amount than your computer. You don't use all of them at the same time, but if you were to put all the hours together, it would be more likely 4 hours or 5 hours or 6 hours for those who leave everything on all day long. Then we would have more likely 4 hours multiplied by the 3.2 size of the system, which would give us 12,480 kilowatt hours, which is more likely what regular home in the US burn. Now it's time for questions, comments, subscribes. You can comment under the video when I post it, and I will answer correctly. And depend on your comments, questions, subscribes, I will make more video to explain everything for you. When the company call you and says we need to size your system, when they're talking to you, you would at least know what they are talking about, and don't let them take advantage of you. Goodbye. I will see you in the next one. Depend on your questions and comments.